So, hang on a second. Who's that over there? Is that the listeners? All of them. Oh, fancy seeing you here again. It's very pleasant to see you. You like to see people.
Yeah.
And, nice to see you. This is a podcast, the name of which is Politics.
Actually.
Although, I call it Politrix. And the title of this episode is...
Murder Mystery 2?
Murder Mystery 2. We've only done sequels.
Yeah.
I think you said this either last week or the Shazam week, but we've only done sequels.
Yeah.
I can't wait to do an original movie.
Yeah.
But, my name is Presh.
And I am Ty.
And, we can, do you want to just get straight into the news? Do you have any...
Yeah, I don't think we have anything else at the moment.
Alright.
Do you have any cleanup
from
last week?
Yes, sorry. I should just gone to the dock.
Yeah.
Right, so... Unfortunately, in our analysis, we didn't realize that John Wick 4 has a post-credit scene.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Damn,
Because
okay.
none of them have post-credit scenes, right? So obviously I didn't, wait around. It's, only I heard somebody discussing it this week, and I was like, what the fuck? Yes. And, it's not anything of consequence. It's Akira, who was the concierge at the Osaka hotel, and she was the daughter of Koji. She was attacking Kane.
Oh, okay.
Remember Kane?
Yeah.
Kane killed her father.
The whole revenge thing.
Yes, so I haven't seen it, so I'm just basing it off, stuff that I've read. So it seems like as she was attacking him, it cuts out.
Alright, okay.
And he's going to go visit his daughter.
Oh.
So, that's about it.
Alright, cool.
I don't know. The other thing is we didn't talk about the fact that there's been 2 John Wick spin-offs announced.
Oh, yeah.
Right? One is about a young Winston.
Okay.
And how he came to be in charge of the New York Continental, and the assumption is that we're going to see a young John and a young Sharon.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
how Winston came to be in charge, obviously. Yeah.
That's
and then
really cool.
the second one is it's a movie. I think it's called Ballerina.
Okay.
Right, and it's going to be starring Anna de Armas
As a ballerina.
Yes. We saw in John Wick 3 they have the Ruska Roma gang.
Yeah.
The director, she's in charge of this ballet.
Yes.
It's kind of situation, and they have a bunch of ballerinas and dancers that are in her I don't know what to call that place, academy. Yeah. Academy, right? So this is gonna take place between John Wick 3 and 4.
Alright.
So again, another possibility for Keanu Reeves to return. Well, we don't know if Keanu Reeves will be in the Winston spin-off. We just said a younger version, so he could be a kid in that.
Yeah.
So probably not Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves with a baby face CGI'd on top. But
I think it's in the third one that Winston says he's been in charge of the Continental for 40 years.
Yeah. Or he said 40 years.
Yeah. So it's unlikely that we see a young John Wick, but it is possible.
Well, looks like he's in his early 50s.
I don't know. I would say to do all the stuff that he does, he's early 40s.
Alright, sure, but real life Keanu Reeves is, I think, nearly 60 maybe.
Yeah, probably.
But that's what I'm saying. You can't be much older than... you can't be much younger than...
Yeah.
Early 50s.
Yeah.
Late 40s.
Yeah,
but the point being, he would have been alive when Winston took charge.
Yeah.
At the Continental. That's the point I'm making here, right?
Maybe Winston gave him his start as an assassin.
Sure. Well, I think the implication is that Winston was also part of the Ruska Roma gang.
Yeah, maybe.
But I know these are the only 2 announced ones, but I'd love for a bunch of different spin-offs, because almost everyone in this world is very interesting.
Yeah.
You'd like to find out more about them. Kane, he's a worthy new protagonist for the job. Well, and Akira, whichever way that goes, maybe they team up and he teaches her how to become a better assassin, and there's a lot of ways.
I feel like that would be main John Wick movie worthy, Akira and Kane. But then I think they should also have a Kane and Koji origin story.
Yeah. but like I said, this world is so vast. They could really tap into any part of it they want.
Yeah.
It's just the only difference now is the director Chad Stahelski. We spoke about him last week. He doesn't want to do another John Wick, which is why he was killed.
Yeah.
Oh, spoiler alert. Yeah. Well, I'm imagining they watched John Wick 4. This is the episode after. But yeah, well, and we're not even sure if he's dead, right?
Yeah.
The implication. Well, it's possible for him to both be dead and alive, right?
Yes. But Schrodinger's John Wick.
Yeah, Schrodinger's John Wick, right? But I really like if he was dead. But I like that they also kept the door open.
Yeah.
So yeah. And do you have any cleanup from last week that you want to talk about?
No, I think we've cleaned up everything that needs to be cleaned.
So yeah, usually I listen to the podcast again. Yeah. This week I've been very busy, so I didn't have a chance to replay it. So I could list down, okay, this we need to fact check this or this. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's only these two things which I actually knew at the time. I just forgot to mention them. Right. So anyway. Can we get on to news?
Yeah, of course.
Do you want to start with news, or can I?
I mean, I can do some news. I have a little bit of news.
Sorry.
Most importantly, for our South African listeners, the SANBS really needs blood right now because they are running short after a very chaotic Easter weekend.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just, if you are able to, go donate blood.
Well, that's not really news. That's
well,
it's a PSA.
Yeah, the news is that.
All right, sure.
Yeah, and then also, I want to say it was on Saturday morning, so the 8th. A building in Marseille exploded.
Dude, Jesus! Yeah. I don't know about this.
Yeah, they don't know the cause at the moment, but the building exploded and it took down another apartment building next to it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so it's some very dark news this week.
Yes, hopefully, those people...
Yeah.
The people that were hurt aren't hurt too bad and,
Definitely.
there's as little casualties as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any next news story?
There's also a bit about SABC, but I don't know if that's all that important.
Well, you can say.
It's just that Ramaphosa has been deemed to have acted unlawfully in appointing the SABC's board.
Yeah. All right. Well,
yeah.
That kind of leads into my first story.
Oh, lovely. Right? Okay.
So, last week or the past couple of weeks, we've been talking about the Trump indictment.
Yes, we have.
And this week, I actually read slightly more in detail into it and into the charges, and I don't think he's going to jail.
Oh no!
Okay. There's a bunch of different charges, but the one that they going after him, we spoke about this, right? It's the hush payment to the prostitute Stormy Daniels.
Yes.
So I don't think he's gonna. It's not that big of a deal. I really think he's just gonna get away with it, right? Okay. It brings to mind this tweet from a guy. His name is Jesse Farrar.
Okay.
He's the host of a podcast called Your Kickstarter Sucks.
Okay.
Which again we should bleep that out.
Yeah.
No free promo.
That's getting bleeped.
No free promo. Yeah, but actually I've listened to it. I don't really like it that much. I haven't listened to it, so yeah. I mean, I guess you should listen to it for yourself so you can decide. But anyway, his Twitter is @BronzeHammer.
All right.
And in maybe 2017, he tweeted this. Me. I'd like to see old Donnie Trump wriggle his way out of this one.
All right.
Trump easily wriggles out of trouble. Me. Well, nevertheless. Because, he's always like, we got him this time. We got him this time, gang. He's finished. And then, it's things just don't stick to him. The Teflon Don.
Yeah.
And he was the president of America.
That he was.
Similarly, our president easily wriggles out of lots of corruption scandals. So in the last year, we found out that millions of rands on his farm just went missing.
Yeah.
And he never reported it.
Yeah.
He never said anything. So the assumption is that was
corruption.
Corrupt money. So the fact that it got stolen was he can't tell anyone about it. So again, like I said, the bourgeois, they very rarely face any consequences for their actions.
Yeah.
It's only really when they fuck off other. they they piss off other members of the bourgeoisie. Then that's one of the only times when a bourgeois member of society faces any repercussions.
Yeah.
But anyway, the next news story is quite personal.
All right.
It's
Okay.
very close to home.
Okay.
So it's Easter weekend.
Yeah.
And
that it is.
we went to the park on Friday.
Okay. Yeah.
And we went with my friend
Okay.
who was doing shrooms, not me.
Yes.
My friend.
Yeah, your friend.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't like it.
Why?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't like parks.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I don't know about this particular park. Right. What's it called?
The botanical gardens.
Yeah. In the Emerentia
Emerentia Dam. Yeah.
Botanical Gardens. Right.
Well, I think Emerentia Dam is part of the Joburg Botanical.
All right. Well,
yeah. Okay.
Whatever, dude. And yeah, the point being, like, I understand this is something called the public good.
Okay. Yes.
It's there needs to be like public spaces where people can just take their kids, have a fun time.
Yeah.
Walk around. There's like people selling ice cream.
Yeah.
You walk around and that shit. But I hate that shit. I would have, because I didn't know about this, I would have said, why didn't anyone tell me about this? But even if somebody told me about this, I would never go back to this place. So yeah, I'm wondering, should Good Friday be renamed Not So Good Friday?
Oh, hot take.
I don't know. Listeners, write in. Me not enjoying the park, is that good? Is that enough to change a long-standing holiday? I think so, but let's see who agrees. Yeah, but anyway, how was your time at the park?
Yeah, it was good. I quite enjoyed it.
Yes, because you're an outdoorsy guy. I'm an indoorsy guy. I love the indoors, the great indoors. But anyway,
Yes.
yeah, I was just walking around and look at the trees and shit. Anyway, okay, I haven't written this down, but I just remembered this. So there's been a number of trailers this week.
Okay.
For Marvel stuff.
Okay.
Oh, actually, not just Marvel. For like DC stuff as well. I'm trying to think.
And I believe Sony stuff. Well, just the one big Sony thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the first one. Okay, so again, I haven't written this down, so I'm just going by memory.
All right.
Right. So there's a Secret Wars trailer that came out this week.
Okay.
Do you know what that is?
Nope.
So there's an alien species called the Skrull.
All right. Okay. Yes.
We saw them in Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
But the Skrull are constantly at war with the Kree.
Yes.
The blue people we saw in the Guardians movies.
Yeah. Okay.
And we saw them in Captain Marvel too.
Yeah.
But not Captain Marvel 2. I mean Captain Marvel as well.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So the Kree and the Skrull are forever at war.
Yes.
They're two warring species, and the Skrull, their power is that they can shapeshift.
Yes, we see it with Nick Fury.
Yes. So there's did I say Secret War?
Yes.
I meant Secret Invasion.
Ah, nice.
It's the Secret Invasion TV show.
Yes.
right?
Okay. Secret.
The Skrulls are. There's a comic arc in. There's an arc in the comic books.
Yes.
The Skrulls, they a lot of like high profile heroes turned out to be Skrulls,
Okay.
and they were like placed there in like sleeper positions. They abducted the actual
Ah.
hero and placed the Skrull there.
Okay.
And like I don't know how they did this precisely, but they like messed with their mind, so they don't even remember that they're Skrull.
Whoa.
They just think that they're Captain America or whoever they replaced, right?
That's Okay.
Up until they activate it, and when like one of the other Skrulls like says a phrase to them or something to activate them, that's when they remember that they're Skrull.
Yeah.
So like there's people who don't even know that they're Skrulls walking around.
Damn.
So yeah, this week online has just been speculation on who could have been a Skrull.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of people are hoping, like Black Widow, she was a Skrull, so that when she died in
Endgame or Infinity War.
I think she died in Infinity War.
It might have.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, they were still fighting, so it was Infinity War.
Yeah, the point being that could have just been a Skrull.
Yeah.
And the real Black Widow is out there somewhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, I usually don't watch trailers, but I happen to watch these
All right.
trailers, and yeah,
Yeah.
I don't really want to chat about them because partly I can't really remember them in
Nice.
detail. But yeah, just I wanted to bring them up. So the first one was Secret War, Secret Invasion.
Yes.
I keep trying to say Secret Wars, but yeah, the other one was there's a new Spider-Verse trailer,
Yes.
which I think that's what you were referring to
Yes.
now with
The Sony.
the Sony.
Yes.
It's called Into the Spider-Verse, I think.
Across the Spider-Verse.
Across the Spider-Verse.
Close enough.
Yeah, and it seems there's like a intergalactic or not interdimensional team of spider people.
Yeah.
Which there is a arc in the comics, right?
Yeah.
Where they have to like band together because there's this. It's kind of weird. There's this like interdimensional group of vampires
Okay.
that like feed on totems.
Huh.
So Spider-Man is the spider totem for his world.
Ah, right. Okay.
So it like corresponds with an animal.
Yeah.
So these vampires, they go from world to world eating the totems.
Right.
And
Okay.
I think they're just mainly spider totems, but regardless, it's just like a bunch of Spider-Man band together to fight these the vampires,
Okay.
who are eating the Spider-Man.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Do you have any thoughts?
About Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I assume you watched it.
No, well, I watched the trailer. Yeah.
And
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good movie. I'm hoping it's a good movie because it looks like a lot of fun.
yes, it's what's his name? Oscar Isaac is seems to be the new head spider
Yeah.
of the organization.
Yeah.
And we saw him in the post-credit scenes of
Into the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse, where they did the three Spider-Men pointing at each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, any other thoughts? Oh, did you see the Secret Invasion?
No.
No. Okay, fine. We'll just move on.
Yeah.
And we're done with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So the third trailer that came out last week was Blue Beetle.
Oh yeah, I saw that as
Do you
well.
know who Blue Beetle is?
I know like a vague idea of what Blue Beetle is, but I don't know like the lore behind him.
So he's kind of like another Batman knockoff.
Oh, nice.
But but he wasn't. He was a part of Charlton Comics.
Okay.
So you remember, like we were speaking about Captain Marvel or the
DC Captain Marvel.
Shazam, right?
Yeah.
He used to be. He was created by Fawcett Comics.
Yes.
DC bought them out. Oh well. You just go back to that episode.
Yes.
We go through the history of it, right? But
Yeah.
DC basically bought that character.
Yes.
Similarly, they bought a bunch of Charlton characters.
Right. Okay.
Right, and then so Blue Beetle was one of them, and
Yeah.
you know, for Watchmen,
Yeah.
Alan Moore wanted to use like a bunch of these old Charlton characters.
Yeah.
So for one, the comedian was based on a character called Peacemaker,
Okay.
who recently had a TV show starring John Cena.
Yeah.
Right, the
Yes.
comedian was based on Peacemaker, and Night Owl
Yeah.
was based on Blue Beetle.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
Because again, he's a lot like Batman.
Yeah.
But yeah, Alan Moore was using Blue Beetle as the source for Night Owl in Watchmen.
Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah.
there's various versions of him.
Okay.
So I think the first one was a guy named like Dan Stevens.
Okay.
Then the second one was a guy named Ted Cord.
Okay.
He was the mainline, Blue Beetle for many years.
Yeah.
He had a friendship with what's his name? Booster Gold.
Okay.
Do you know who that is?
Nope.
Alright. He's like do you know like Inspector Gadget?
Right.
He's a bumbling idiot, and he has like the small little robot that follows him around and like saves him.
Okay.
Similarly, Booster Gold, he's like from the future.
Yeah.
So he has this alien, he has this little computer alien that follows him around and gets him out of trouble. But he's like like an Inspector Gadget. But so he was like a janitor in like a superhero museum.
Yeah.
So he knows like how certain things are gonna go. So
Yeah.
he went back to the past,
Right.
and now he has this robot that follows him, and he just asks the robot like, "Hey, what happens here?" So he knows like what's gonna happen. That's how he. But yeah, Booster
Alright.
Gold and the Ted Cord Blue Beetle were good friends.
Okay.
So now the modern incarnation is a guy named Jaime Reyes.
Yes.
It's spelled like Jamie, but
Yes.
it's pronounced Jaime.
Yes.
Right? He was in what's the TV show like Young Justice?
Yes.
That's how I was introduced to that Blue Beetle.
Right.
But
yeah.
yes, so this movie is a live action version of the Jaime Reyes Blue Beetle.
Yes.
So yeah, excited for that. He's more like high tech. He's more like Iron Man.
Yeah.
This Blue Beetle, the Jaime Reyes one, whereas Ted Kord and the first one were again Batman.
Yeah.
Type. Yeah.
The trailer reminds me of, when the Tom Holland Peter Parker gets the the Iron
legs.
Spider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
It reminds me a lot of that.
Well, I don't like that guy.
Why?
Tom Holland.
Yeah. What's wrong with it?
He's the worst Spider-Man.
Okay.
He's not my favorite.
So.
He's not my favorite guy. I'm always complaining.
So. Yeah, that is true. You are always complaining about it.
But anyway,
right.
We're done.
Next on the news?
Right. So it's more like announcements.
Yeah.
So there was something called Star Wars Celebration.
Yes.
It's where they announce all their projects for like the upcoming future and stuff.
Right. Okay.
So the last Star Wars movie I'm pretty sure we got was 2019's Rise of Skywalker.
Okay.
Right. So
yeah.
we've only been getting news about TV shows and such from then on. So
yeah.
This entire section of news, because like there's nothing else. This from now until the end of the news section, this is a subsection of Star Wars announcements that came out from Celebration last week, right?
Okay.
And it's not everything. It's just the things that I found to be interesting.
Okay.
So if you are, you want a more in detail breakdown of everything, you can, just go Google it.
Yeah.
This is just what I find interesting, right?
All right.
So number one. The Star Wars Celebration 2023 Lucasfilm Studio Showcase culminated its Star Wars reveals with the exciting news that Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy will be directing a new movie set 15 years after the events of the sequel trilogy. Additionally, Daisy Ridley is set to reprise her role as Rey Skywalker as she attempts to revive the Jedi Order, kickstarting a brand new era for the galaxy far, far away. This could mean other Resistance heroes such as Jordan Boyega's Finn and Oscar Isaac's Poe Dameron returning to Star Wars as well.
That's exciting.
So yeah, a Rey Skywalker movie, which this is kind of what people wanted in the 90s.
Yeah.
To see like what Luke did after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
And his attempts to create a new school.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's set 15 years after, so
that's I guess time.
2034 in real time.
Yeah.
That's the comparison, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think she was a lot older than what she was playing.
Okay.
I think she's like 30, but she was playing. Rey was like 20.
Yeah.
So there already is like a a 10-year
far. Yeah.
Well, I'm not precisely sure on the age, so just don't don't quote me on that. But the point being, she's older than the character she was playing, so it's not as big a deal that it's a time skip.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm kind of excited for this.
Is this just a once-off movie, or is it like a trilogy? Do we know yet?
No. I mean, we don't know. Not know that it's not. No, we don't know.
Alright.
As far as we know, it's just one movie.
Okay.
But it could easily become a trilogy.
Yeah, because I feel like it will, judging by the previous Star Wars movies that have come before it.
Mm. Yeah. Well, only the mainline ones, like Rogue One, Solo, they didn't get sequels.
Well, yeah.
But yeah. So excited for that, although Rise of Skywalker did leave a very nasty taste in my mouth. I'm still open to being proven wrong.
Okay. Yeah.
Number 2. In a huge Star Wars Celebration 2023 surprise, James Mangold is set to direct Dawn of the Jedi. Set thousands of years before the prequel trilogy and even the Old Republic era, Dawn of the Jedi is described as being a biblical epic that will reveal the origins of the very first Jedi Knights and presumably how they learned to use the Force as the galaxy's guardians of peace and justice. This will follow Mangold's current Lucasfilm project, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, which released its final trailer and arrives in theaters on June 30th.
That's going to be exciting.
So, this, out of all the things listed here, that's probably my most anticipated one.
Alright.
Do you know who James Mangold is?
Nope.
Excellent director.
Okay.
He's the guy who made Logan.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Potentially the greatest comic book movie ever made.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. I don't think so, but it's up there.
Yeah.
the point being, I'm a really big fan of James Mangold.
All right.
He's also done a lot of like very. We can actually just go look at his filmography, because the only things that are coming to mind are Logan 3:10 to Yuma and the other Wolverine movie.
Yeah.
So but I'm pretty sure he has Ford vs Ferrari.
Also a
yes, another great one.
movie.
Yeah, Girl Interrupted. Okay, you don't know about that, but
no.
yeah, very well.
I'm a car guy. Of course, I watched Ford vs Ferrari.
Okay, so 1995 Heavy, 1997 Copland, 99 Girl Interrupted, 2001 Kate and Leopold, 2003 Identity, 2005 Walk the Line, 2007 3:10 to Yuma, 2010 Night and Day, 2013 The Wolverine, 2017 Logan, 2019 Ford vs Ferrari, and 2023 Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, which we will be covering at some point.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm a very big fan of James Mangold, so I really you know what we are talking about, who quote unquote who wants this, when people are talking about stuff like that, it's like this. I don't want a show about the origins of the very first Jedi, but seeing the talent behind it, that's what made me excited for it.
Yeah.
Right. Your thoughts?
It's either gonna be amazing or a complete flop, judging by how it's described, right? So like the biblical epic bit makes me think that it's either gonna be like 3 or 4 hours long, and it's just gonna be ridiculous, like almost Avatar level scenery, and just lovely. Or they're gonna cheap out on CGI and they use like sticks as lightsabers.
Yeah, well, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
But again, what I'm most excited for, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Number 3, Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy spoke about the much anticipated future of Star Wars movies.
Okay.
The most recent being 2019's The Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, I was right. Firstly,
Nice.
It was revealed that Dave Filoni will be directing a new Star Wars film that will culminate the collection of shows set in the same New Republic era that began with The Mandalorian, including Ahsoka and the Book of Boba Fett. As such, the movie will likely depict a final reckoning with Grand Admiral Thrawn as he seeks to rebirth the Empire following the events of the original trilogy and Palpatine's initial demise.
Exciting.
So, do you know who Dave Filoni is?
No. Well, a director of some description.
So, the idea was after the prequels ended for Star Wars to move to TV.
Yes.
And one of those first TV forays was the Clone Wars TV show.
Right, yes.
So there's both The Clone Wars TV show and a Clone Wars TV show.
Oh, that's not confusing.
So one is non-canon. It was created by a guy named Genndy Tarkovsky.
Okay.
He's the guy who did Samurai Jack.
Right.
So the like animation style is very similar to Samurai Jack.
Right.
But yeah, those came out in like 2 to 5 minute segments that like
it is like shorts.
Yes, and then it was like patched together and released as like a 1 hour and a half. Oh, actually, I don't know how long it is, but you can find it on YouTube if you search for it, right?
Cool.
But then we have the Clone Wars, which is canon.
Yes.
Which was created by George Lucas and Dave Filoni.
Right. Okay.
Dave Filoni is George Lucas's handpicked successor.
Wow.
His Padawan, if you will.
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
He's the one who created. He was the driving force behind Clone Wars.
Okay. The Clone Wars.
Yeah, the one that's canon.
Okay. Yes.
Right. He's. I can't remember. I think he's the. Let's just Google his filmography because I don't want to mess it up. But yeah, he's. The Bad Batch. That's what I was thinking of.
Ah, yes.
So a lot of like the. So he's like the writer.
Okay.
In the same way that like. Kevin Feige is the like executive producer for Marvel.
Right.
Similarly, he's the sort of that thing for Star Wars.
Oh wow, he worked on Avatar: The Last Airbender as well.
Yeah. So let's see. He was in the art department for The Force Awakens.
Okay.
Rogue One. He was. It was just a voice.
Yeah.
Mandalorian. So he's a director, writer, executive producer on The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
similarly director, writer, executive producer on Book of Boba Fett.
Yes.
And he's going to be doing the Ahsoka show.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Where's the other? Oh, so those.
Yes,
Yeah. No. So those
going.
were just live action.
Yes.
Right. So he has a lot more. So he did Tales of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Bad Batch. Star Wars Resistance. Okay, I haven't watched that.
Yeah.
Okay, but he was. Yes, he was
Rebels
in charge of
as well.
Clone Wars and Rebels. Those
Yeah.
were his two.
The Clone Wars.
Yes, the Clone Wars and Rebels, the two animated shows. So when Disney bought Lucasfilm,
Yeah.
and they said like all the novels are non-canon, all the like.
Sorry. Yeah, I was looking at American Dragon and Avatar.
Oh.
Those are like my childhood.
Mm,
Sorry. Yeah.
yeah, but
And
he.
Lilo and Stitch.
Yes.
Okay.
So this guy, he's
He's
a big deal,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
But yeah, I really love Dave Filoni.
Yeah.
I'm also very excited for this. We'll actually go through, the other names mentioned there as we go on, right?
Yeah.
But in the Clone Wars, he creates a character called Ahsoka.
Yes.
And I was a kid when this came out, and I really enjoyed it, and I liked Ahsoka. But apparently, everyone hated Ahsoka. Right? But over time, she became because she was like a teen initially.
Okay.
In the first couple of seasons, and then
Yeah.
she grew up. So as she became more mature, people warmed up to her.
Yeah.
Right? Because but again, I never had that that period. But yeah, so in the last season, or not in the current season, the previous season, season 2 of The Mandalorian,
Right.
we saw Rosario Dawson show up as a live-action Ahsoka Tano,
Oh.
as an older version of her.
Right. Okay.
Right, and now they're making a TV show starring her,
Yeah.
and it's going to be created by Dave Filoni.
Ah. Okay.
Right.
That seems exciting, actually.
Yes, and then so all the plot lines that were starting in The Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, and Ahsoka will be leading up to this movie that he's
That's really cool.
directing.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, so again, very excited.
Yeah.
Right, so there was an Ahsoka trailer released at Star Wars Celebration.
Okay.
That was, I think, probably the biggest story that a lot of people were talking about. Although, like I said, mine was the James Mangold thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the cast of Ahsoka joined Dave Filoni to debut an incredibly exciting first poster and trailer for Ahsoka, teasing the Star Wars return of Thrawn as heir to the Empire.
Ooh.
The Ahsoka footage also reveals new foes wielding red lightsabers played by Ray Stevenson and Ivana Sapno.
But we don't know what they're
Well-
in movie and so.
Yeah, first of all, I thought there was more like orange instead of red. But yeah, anyway, so Thrawn is a character from the comics. I mean, they're not comics, the books.
Yes.
In a book called Heir to the Empire. Which they right, he's like he's a blue guy.
Yes.
He's a blue guy with red eyes.
Yeah.
And he showed up in Rebels.
Yeah.
And at the end of Rebels, the hero of the show, Ezra Bridger,
Okay.
and him get they get teleported far away. We don't know what happens to them.
Right.
So when Ahsoka turns up in The Mandalorian, she's searching for Thrawn.
Ah, I see. Okay,
we assume
yeah.
to find Ezra.
Yeah.
Right. She was friendly with Ezra. I think they did work together a few times.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very excited for that. And yeah, that's going to be a TV show. Yeah. So also part of Rebels with Ezra, right? Ezra was like a young force sensitive kid.
Yeah.
And he joins the crew of the Ghost.
Okay.
Which is I don't want to say driven, what's the word?
Piloted?
Piloted, yeah.
Okay.
Piloted by a lady named General Hera Syndulla.
Okay.
Her husband or boyfriend is a guy named Kanan Jarrus.
Okay.
Who, spoiler alert, died in Rebels. at the at the end of Rebels, right? He's a blind guy, or he became blinded.
Okay.
Right? But he was a Padawan when Order 66 happened.
Oh, right.
So he was teaching Ezra the minimal things that he knew. He was passing it on to Ezra.
Yeah.
Right,
okay.
and he dies, and there's a character called Sabine Wren.
Okay.
Who's a Mandalorian.
Okay.
She was a member of the Ghost as well.
Right. Okay.
And there was this. I can't remember what his name is, Zeb or something. but I can't remember the species name.
Okay.
It looks like a Wookiee.
Yeah.
But we saw a live action version of Zeb on The Mandalorian 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So they've been slowly putting in the rebels, into live action.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, and we found out that Mary Elizabeth Winstead is confirmed to be playing the live action version of General Hera Syndulla, joining Natasha Liu Bordizzo as Sabine Wren and Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka Tano herself. This is Hera's first Star Wars appearance in live action since she debuted in the franchise. The return of Jedi Ezra Bridger was also teased in both the trailer and by the cast. So like I said, the Ahsoka stuff is probably to find Thrawn, which in turn is to find Ezra.
Yes.
So the Rebels team and Ahsoka will probably be, going together to find them.
Yes, makes sense.
Number 6, the cast of The Acolyte arrived at Star Wars Celebration 2023 alongside director Leslie Headland, who describes the series as Frozen meets Kill Bill. Set during the High Republic era, new footage for The Acolyte was released showcasing Lee Jung-jae as a Jedi Master, as well as Daphne Keen's character, who looks to be a Sith assassin. Do you know who Daphne Keen is?
Nope.
I'm pretty sure she was X-23 in Logan, little girl.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Carrie Ann Moss fights Amandla Stenberg before the teaser ends with 10 to 12 Jedi igniting their lightsabers, some of which have yellow blades. It was also revealed that the current Chewbacca actor Yunus Sutomo will star in The Acolyte. Sutomo has been cast as the series' new Wookiee Jedi. It is unknown if this particular Wookiee will be the High Republic's Buriaga, who first appeared in Star Wars High Republic novels, or another Wookiee entirely for The Acolyte, which is set for a 2024 release.
So that's next year.
Yes.
Alright.
Number 7, Jude Law is confirmed to be playing a Jedi in the exclusively revealed footage for Skeleton Crew. The trailer depicts a group of children on an Earth-like planet skipping school and encountering Law's Jedi, seemingly another survivor of Order 66. Kerry Condon is also set to star in the upcoming series, which is reportedly inspired by the classic movies from Steven Spielberg's Amblin Entertainment.
Interesting. Okay.
So,
yeah,
I assume like Goonies. What else did Amblin make? E.T.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. This is the one I'm least excited for. I don't know.
Just kind of meh.
Yeah. And then number 8, as confirmed by Dave Filoni at the Clone Wars 15th anniversary panel, Tales of the Jedi has been renewed for a second season. While the 6-episode first season was split between Ahsoka Tano and Count Dooku, it's expected that a new season will be focused on 2 different Jedi.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like a proper TV show. It's like the animated shorts.
Alright.
They're like 5 to 10 minutes each, and I know it says here Ahsoka and Dooku, but it was also a lot about Qui-Gon.
Alright, okay.
Because look, Qui-Gon was Dooku's apprentice.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan was Qui-Gon's apprentice. Anakin was Obi-Wan's apprentice, and Ahsoka was Anakin's apprentice.
Yes.
So there's like a lineage from Dooku to Ahsoka.
Yes.
That's what they were showing in that show.
Right, okay.
So it was started by Dooku and back-ended by Ahsoka, but they showed Obi-Wan and they showed Qui-Gon and Anakin. So
yeah.
Yeah. They also showed a lady named Yaddle.
Okay.
Do you know who that is?
Nope.
She's the female version of Yoda's species that
right,
we see her in Phantom Menace. She's part of the Jedi Council.
Okay.
And then by episode 2, she's not there anymore. So we see Dooku kills her in between episode 1 and 2.
That's crazy.
Spoiler alert. But yeah.
It would have been nice to have the alert before you said it, so I can prepare myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's all my news for the week.
Alright.
Do you have any other stuff?
No, I've sorted through all my depressing news for this week.
Alright. Well, there is another story, but I didn't write it down, so I don't want to spread false information.
Yeah, good idea not to.
But let me just say. So do you know who Justice Clarence Thomas is?
No.
He's on the Supreme Court in America.
Okay.
And he was caught like on a luxury cruise with like somebody. He could be perceived as him being bribed.
Oh, I see. Yes.
And yeah, again, like Trump, nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's I just thought I'd mention that. But yeah, that's it.
Cool.
So can we get into the movie?
Let's get into this movie.
All right. So Murder Mystery 2 in the context section, obviously a sequel to Murder Mystery.
Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah. Well, the original Murder Mystery was like a very critically panned movie.
Okay.
With like average scores of 4 out of 10 stars.
Damn.
Right. So 4 or 5.
Yeah.
In and around there, right? And but it was very like highly watched.
Yeah.
I don't know what the word to use is.
That's just a lot of people watched it.
Yeah.
It had a big audience.
Yeah, big audience, right?
Yeah.
Which is why they ran it back with the Murder Mystery 2.
Yeah.
So we actually did a commentary for Murder Mystery 1, which will be going up roughly the same time as the podcast for Murder Mystery 2, and you can listen to our thoughts on that.
Yeah, but that's only on Patreon.
Yes, that's on Patreon.
That's the important bit.
Yes, it's only on Patreon. You have to subscribe to the Patreon to get that.
Yeah.
And but I can tell you this for free.
Oh no.
This is way better than the first one was way better than this one.
Damn.
This is
Okay.
I don't not way better, just I liked it more.
Yeah, it was easier to follow as a murder mystery instead of just as a movie, if that makes
Not
sense.
just following, it just made more sense.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you want to start?
All right. Okay. So I mean, it starts with Nick and Aubrey. Well, Audrey.
Yeah.
Yeah. My bad. We see them like. So this is set 4 years after the original first movie, and they've decided in those 4 years to open up a private
Detective agency.
a private detective agency, and so they are PIs, but they're not very good ones. And
Well, I don't know.
the first 10 minutes is them failing, pretty much.
Yeah, but they solved that first mystery. And at the end of this one, they solved this mystery. So,
But
they have a good record. I understand there was a short montage that tried to, it makes it seem hard. Because obviously it's hard, you have to put work in. But, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Because they, like, in those 4 years, I don't know how many cases they solved, but it wasn't very many.
Yeah.
It's just these are the two big ones that they made the movies about.
Yeah.
And
So we're not going to get a comic book with them. Beating up a child. Well, yeah. Anyway.
So then it's a very similar kind of scenario to the first movie where they kind of want a holiday, and at the same time the Maharaja from the first movie, he just happens to call them, and he's okay, it's not that important, but I just want to say it because it's cool. He's phoning them because he's on a jet ski, and he wants to invite them to a wedding at his private island.
I also just want to say this guy speaks like I don't know, a parody of a black person.
What?
This guy,
The Maharaja.
the Maharaja, the way he speaks, it's like Ali G in the house. He's always like doing I don't know. Yeah, like a parody, like an exaggerated version of a black person.
I would say it's a terrible roadman impression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know how I feel about that. That's
I don't think it's necessarily a parody of a black man specifically,
all right.
but just like someone from London, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I just I don't know. Like I said, Ali G. As soon as I heard him speaking, I'm like, this is very Ali G. But yeah, carry on.
Yeah. So anyway, they accept his whole thing, and they are flown to the private island on their own personal helicopter with a pilot that doesn't speak English.
Bro, that's another dumb part of this. That guy, but I know that guy. He's from Couples Retreat.
Oh.
He's like the yoga instructor who he's trying to fuck like all the wives. But yeah, yes, they're on that plane.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So then they land and they're introduced to all the new characters.
And
'cause,
this is my favorite joke of the movie. The animals all have diapers on, so they don't shit around the place. That was great. But yes, carry on.
So anyway, they meet all the new characters, such as Vic's fiance Claudette, his business partner Francisco Perez.
Yeah. Ooh, sorry. He
Go for it.
seems to be like a parody of Zinedine Zidane. Because they say he ended his career by headbutting somebody, which is well, what happened to Zidane? So but that's as far as it goes, because his personality seems very different to the public personality of Zidane. But that I was just like, why did they give him this backstory? But yes.
But it's also like a talent of his to headbutt people.
Yeah.
Like he
knocks someone out later. But then but anyway,
So then we're also introduced to his Vic's former fiance, Countess Siku, and her lady in waiting, Imani.
I love how they described her. They were like, the laugh. She has a fucked up laugh, bro. I don't know what to say. Yeah.
We're also introduced to Sarah, Vic's sister, Lou, Vic's bodyguard, and the colonel from the first movie, Colonel Lulenga.
He was missing his hand, but now missing his arm because he saved Vic from an assassination attempt.
Yes, that's quite hectic. Yeah. So anyway, then they go into, well, they have like their own kind of villa. Like each couple gets their own villa, and they get free iPhones. They fangirl, and then they have like a little kind of practice dance kind of thing before the actual wedding. They have a night of practicing so that they can
rehearsal.
Yeah. Yes, the rehearsal. That's what it's called. And at the rehearsal, they're doing henna for the wedding, and they're also henna. If you don't know, I don't know if our listeners know this, but henna is, well, Mendi is like a. It's kind of like
a tattoo.
Yeah, I don't want to say it's a tattoo,
but it's a non-permanent tattoo.
It's kind of like body paint.
Yeah.
And
later in the movie, Jennifer Aniston describes it as like a dye.
Yeah, it is. It's a dye that you paint on your skin.
Yeah, you're dyeing your skin, not like hair or clothes or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's all the important stuff we need to say about that. And they get kind of engrossed in a practice dance, and then Vic wants his cool entrance, so the plan is for him to
enter an elephant.
Yeah, enter on an elephant. But when the elephant comes in, the person on top of the elephant is killed. And
but did he die?
Yeah, he dies.
I'm pretty sure, like when he comes up, like his eyes are open, and they said, "Oh, that's not Vic. That's," and then they say like Lou or something.
Yeah, it's Lou.
And he opens his eyes. He gives like a very pained look, and then he like. So I thought like he fell asleep.
No, I'm pretty sure he died.
All right.
And they realize that Lou dying on top of the elephant is actually a ploy to lure them away from what's actually happening.
Yeah. Well, Adam Sandler is the only one who.
Yeah. Adam Sandler picks it up.
Yeah.
And he chases Vic. Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't say. Vic is getting kidnapped.
Yeah. That's what the distraction was for.
So he chases Vic and the kidnapper down to like the sea, the docks, and he watches them kind of sail off while the kidnapper shoots at him.
Well, yeah, he tried to stop him, but then the kidnapper just started shooting.
Yeah.
And then he watched them.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So then they all go back to their rooms. Well, their condo. What are they?
Villas.
Yeah, their villas, and then there's the little scene where everyone's suspicious of everyone,
and they all come to the room. Great scene, bro. And then like. So I think Francisco comes first. They put him in the cupboard.
Yeah.
And then Claudette comes second.
Yeah.
And she wants to also go in the cupboard. And Adam Sandler's like, no, it's too dark in there.
So So they hide her behind the coat rack.
It's too dark in there. Oh, that's such a dumb. I would have just stopped and be like, "What do you mean?" But yeah, I really like in both these movies. I really liked Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the Sandman.
Yeah, he's great.
Anyway.
Yeah. So then they do all of that, and everyone's kind of sent back to their room. So, and I think Interpol is called. I want to say it's Interpol, but I'm not sure if it is Interpol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the what's his name? He works for Interpol.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know his name. I want to call it Mark Strong.
Well, he is Mark Strong.
Yes, but whatever.
His name's like Colin Miller or something.
All right.
Connor Miller.
Connor Miller.
Yeah.
All right.
So then they're all on the beach the next day, and they're all stressing about it. And Mark Strong makes a really cool entrance with the scuba suit.
I find him so insufferable. Him and his whole squad. I find them so pretentious. But yeah, carry on.
And they also realize that Mr. Miller is the guy who wrote the book on being a private investigator. Like that's the book that Nick and Audrey are studying for their private investigator exam or whatever.
Oh, well, he wrote the test as well. I'm pretty sure she says.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, yeah, it is possible.
I'm sure Jennifer Aniston says that this is the guy who wrote the test.
Then, yeah, maybe it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I clearly don't remember it that well.
All right. Yeah.
So then they have a little negotiation with the people who kidnapped the Maharaja, and it's also
they have like a voice changer.
Yeah.
And I was trying to hear, and it seems to be like they took everybody's voices that's a suspect and put it as part of the voice mixing.
That's actually really cool.
Well, I don't know if that's the case or not. It's just what it sounded like to me when I watched it. But yeah,
it would be really cool if that was the case. Yeah. And they are told to go to Paris so that they can deliver the ransom of $70 million.
Yeah, but for whatever reason, the person only wants to talk with Nick and Audrey.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know why that happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just what it is, I guess. And then, this is also a callback to in the first movie when they are about to be arrested by the inspector Delacroix.
Yeah.
Delacroix. Nick says, Audrey, you always wanted to go to Paris, talking about how they'd be locked up in a Parisian jail.
Yeah.
But now they actually go to Paris, to the Arc de Triomphe.
Yeah.
And
another bizarre scene.
Yeah, I don't really understand it. Like,
they did explain it, but even then, it's just.
One of the things was that, like, Miller, when he drives them there, he says, "Do not go anywhere else with them," and then they
immediately
they get into the van straight away, and they are ready.
But who were those people?
I don't know.
All right, I'm assuming you watched the movie, right?
Yes, I have.
No, speak to the audience, the listeners. Jesus. So can we speak frankly?
Yeah.
We know how this turns out, right?
Yeah. Well, yes, we know. And listener, if you haven't watched the movie yet, time to go watch it. Then come back.
We've just been spoiling everything in every episode.
Well, yeah.
We spoil the end of like TV shows we haven't even listed in the discussion, but yeah. We know this Mark Strong is the villain, or one of the villains.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So,
what was this? Who were the people picking them up?
I'm guessing it's some of Mark Strong's people.
Yeah.
Then so I'm assuming it's like give them the ransom.
Yes, but
then they deliver it to him.
So if that was the plan, why did he have a Bob in the car?
To fake his own death.
Why would he fake the death if the plan was?
I have no idea.
For his assistants to get the money.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I guess it takes him as a suspect, even though he wasn't a suspect.
Exactly.
It takes him out of the equation, and it doesn't make any sense. But
the entirety of Mark Strong's character, should be removed from this movie.
It would make the same amount of sense,
in my opinion.
It
would make more sense because This guy, he just shows up.
Yes.
And he was called.
Yes.
So it makes sense why he showed up. It's not like... there was no, like, reason...
Yeah.
Or reason he would know about this.
Yeah.
The Maharaja.
Yeah.
So it's... If they had said, like, maybe... Okay, again, we're assuming you watched this.
Yeah.
The other culprit is Syra.
Yes.
And it doesn't seem that they're working together.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like...
Yeah, I don't actually... Maybe Syra, like,
Maybe-
hired him.
But that's what I'm saying. Why didn't they ever tell us that?
I don't know.
It's very frustrating.
It's one of those things that doesn't make any sense, but it is what it is.
Yes.
I guess.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, can we just go back?
Okay.
You know when we were at the villa?
Yes.
They keep zooming in on this knife.
Yes.
And we think it's gonna come up.
Yes.
But at some point they realize they're being framed,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And that Mark Strong tells them that the footage is a deep fake
Yes.
of him holding the knife.
Yes.
Again, just no reason. It plays no part in the movie. Like, why would they be the ones doing it?
I have no idea.
I think they're just trying to reuse the formula from the first one.
I don't know about that.
And in the first one, they were framed. Or they
Yeah.
were under suspicion.
Yeah.
So they have to find another way to get them under suspicion here.
But I feel like that's very different because in the first one, Luke Evans invited them, so they were like, outsiders that just randomly came in. But in this one, they are the Maharaja's friends.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't even make sense that they
yeah,
big framed.
yeah. But eventually, this okay, yeah. You know what? We'll get to that.
Yes.
Right. So then, they then go to they're on their way to a secondary location when a fight breaks out in the van. And with the
Adam
kidnappers.
Sandler's fucking them up with
Yeah,
the briefcase, bro.
he
He's beating the dog shit out of them. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Yeah. And they crash into a little cafe,
Yeah.
which I don't know why they had to crash into a cafe specifically, but
Well, I guess it's to see the footage on the TV.
yeah,
They needed a convenient place to to see it. Yeah.
and it just happened to be
Playing as they crashed into that
Yeah.
place, but whatever.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they like Presh said, they the deep fake comes through and Mark Strong also pulls through
Yes.
and he's like, this is what happened.
All right, I'll take the briefcase. He
Yeah.
goes, and then Jennifer Aniston is like, "What if he's the bad guy?" And then it blows up.
Yeah. And then it's like, okay, well, he can't be the bad guy. He just died.
All right, so so Mark Strong knew that they were gonna get away from the people.
Yes,
How?
I guess. I don't know. Maybe if they are his guys, he told them not to put up that much of a fight, and that's why Adam.
But they died. They fucking died.
I don't know.
This is not like Batman, where that guy, he dies because Bane tells him, "They're expecting another body."
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
Well, what kind of... There's no, like, implied, like, mind control that this guy has over his team or something that, like, would make that happen. But, yeah.
There's no reason for them to die other than it looks cool for Adam Sandler to kill all of them.
Okay, so let's try work this out. Perhaps Syra is the one who hired those guys.
As, like, mercenaries.
Yes.
So they're not that good anyway.
Yeah, that, but I mean, Mark Strong was hoping that... See, that's what I'm saying. Mark Strong can't plan for this unless he's working with Syra.
Yeah.
In which case, why did those guys die?
I don't know.
But yeah, it's a very dumb plan.
Yeah. It doesn't make much sense.
Nevertheless, right? So he gets into a hole in the car or something.
A steel... like an explosion-proof shelter in the backseat.
Yeah. Which...
Yeah, I don't know.
And we see him immediately blow up, when... But whatever.
He closes the door and it explodes.
Yes. Let's assume, though, he managed to get in there.
Yes.
Then another mysterious figure comes.
Yeah.
takes the bag,
Yes.
and they get hit by a truck. Now, so we know the person in the truck was Imani,
Yes.
the assistant who laughs fucked up. Right? What? So I assume the person that went to get it out of the burning thing was one of his mates,
Probably.
Mark
Yes.
Strong's friends.
Yeah.
Right.
And then.
But I can't figure out who sent the original band.
Yes. Yeah.
But
I don't know.
nevertheless, right?
And then, yeah, I mean the truck hitting someone is a callback to the first movie as well, where right at the end the tour bus hits.
Oh yeah. But it didn't hit someone. It hit the cafe. All right.
But yeah. So then.
Then the inspector helps them track the truck.
They like ambush him at the theater.
Yeah.
And they force him to help them.
Yes, and he's like, my phone is in my pocket. That guy is very inappropriate, bro. I don't like the, that kind of joke.
Yeah.
But anyway,
they then go to the chateau in the countryside.
Yes, and Siku and Imani ambush them.
Yeah.
where they, they say that they not the kidnappers. They just wanted the money.
Yeah.
And they double cross each other.
Yeah.
And that problem sorts itself out.
After being warned that Imani would be double crossed, she's like, no, it's fine. And then she gets shot. So, I mean, they warned her, and she still got shot.
And again, this is another dumb bullshit. Why did they kill her? Why did she kill her assistant?
To double cross her.
Yeah, but why?
That's it. That's the only reason. Just to fit the trope of double crossing.
But that's what I'm saying. If it doesn't make sense.
Yes.
If you're just doing it because that's what happens in the genre, then
yeah, I don't actually know why.
Yeah, it's not done well.
Yeah.
But yes, so for whatever reason, Siku kills Imani. I understand Imani shooting back. Because it's like, okay, you kill me, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, makes sense.
Right,
Yeah.
Fair enough. But the first, killing Imani, zero sense.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But anyway, they escape, Nick and Audrey.
Yeah.
And they call the inspector. And they request...
I think we've been over this.
Have we?
Yeah, because they ambushed him in the theater.
No.
Okay.
So they called the inspector, right?
Right.
And they request that Vic be brought to
Right, never mind.
the Eiffel Tower.
Yes.
That's not the opera,
Yeah.
right?
This is the restaurant on the first level of
Yes.
Eiffel Tower.
And
Yes.
Vic appears with the bomb strapped to his chest.
Yes.
And this was a very good scene.
The
Right.
suspense that builds.
Yes.
Yes.
And Adam Sandler just like holding his ground, bro. Like I was just half waiting for him like to explode. For Vic to explode, but
Thankfully,
yeah.
Adam Sandler actually read the book.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, that guy. Shit, this cat's running past.
Oh well. So be it.
Sorry for that peek behind the curtain. Although, yeah, the curtain is open. That's why I can see these cats. So,
It's literally a peek behind the cut.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, let's get back to this, right?
Okay, yes.
So he explains, Mark Strong explains his plan, which,
Yeah.
makes no sense.
Yeah. That doesn't. Yeah.
So he only explains the last part, which is he faked his death by hiding in a bomb-proof titanium chamber,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
He doesn't explain how, the rest of it, how they got to that point.
Yeah.
So again, that beginning part where
They get in the van.
makes no. I still haven't put that together.
It just seems very convenient for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Mark Strong had the briefcase, right?
Yes.
So why did he?
To fake his own death. That's literally the only reason I can think of.
I guess.
Yeah.
All right. And then, this lady from 22 Jump Street.
Yes.
She shows up.
Yeah.
She's This is another great joke, bro.
She's just there.
She's like, we agreed to meet on this day 10 years if we never found love. It's the most tense hostage negotiation you've ever seen. Too hectic, bro. But anyway, just there's a lot of weird like shenanigans with like this harness that they jump up and down like a bungee. And they go up and down and shooting each other.
Yeah.
And
it's just like a regular fight scene, I guess. There's not much besides the
Audrey gets thrown up to the top floor
Yeah.
with this bungee jump whatever thing.
the thing, whatever. Maybe.
Adam Sandler follows her.
Yeah.
Well, he goes up the stairs and he kills kills the henchman and then destroys the detonator and Mark Strong throws off the tower.
Yeah.
And
then she's hanging there by the bungee cord.
Yes, and she like swings to get it, which good thinking.
Yeah.
Like I really don't have a strong opinion of Jennifer Aniston in these movies. She's just kind of there.
Yeah.
She doesn't like. There's no like really memorable moments, or it's like I said, the only person I really like is Adam Sandler. Like a lot of his jokes just hit, bro. They just it's like what's it called when it's like hit after hit after hit after hit. Just all right, but his hit rate was very high. That's what I'm trying to say here, right? But everyone else is just
it's a bit meh. Yeah.
Anyway,
so then Nick and Miller fight.
Yes,
and I mean that's kind of cool, but meh. It's just kind of
look. The thing is, this past couple of weeks we've just been watching John Wick, so we've been seeing unbelievable action scenes, and then like this very like I don't know, awkward like. Just shuffling in between. It is not as good, bro.
Yeah.
I just have to say.
It's just kind of a fight scene that happens. Yeah.
So Nick, he opens the briefcase, throws the money.
Yeah.
Mark Strong is like, fuck.
What do I do now?
Yeah. Anyway,
while that's busy happening, the group in the restaurant are busy tending to Vic and Delacroix.
And there's a point where like it disarms.
Yeah.
And then, when like Nick does something, right?
Yeah.
It disarms and then rearms them, and they all start panicking. And there is a lot of like good humor in this, but it's just plot wise makes no sense.
Yeah.
The criticism of Adam Sandler, we spoke about this in the Murder Mystery commentary, but
which you can find on Patreon.
Bears repeating. A lot of people say that Adam Sandler just makes movies. A lot of the movies he makes are just to go on holiday with his friends. So, like for this one, it was the Caribbean and it was France.
Yeah.
In the first Murder Mystery, it was also France and...
no, it was Monaco.
Yeah, well, Monaco is part of France.
No, they are. Monaco is its own country. Well, it's a principality.
You know what I'm saying. It's right there.
Okay, yes. Sure.
That's my point, not that... Alright.
Monaco in Italy.
Yes, Monaco in Italy. The point of these Murder Mystery movies is for him to have a holiday overseas.
Which he's doing.
And you know what? I'm not mad. You know what? If you want to just have a good holiday and the thing is, his characters are good in this, so I can't like even blame him.
He's having a good time and making money doing it.
Yes, I'm not gonna blame him. The rest of you can you can be angry at the Sandman, but not me, right? I love the Sandman. Anyway, where were we?
So while they're disengaging the bomb, Oh, we forgot to mention that Delacroix got shot. Yeah, by Mark Strong right at the.
And we also forgot to say that he loves to blow cigarette circles.
Well, we see that a lot in the first movie.
Yeah, but should have mentioned it because he uses the skill to like I don't know what's word.
Not entice, but entice.
To seduce.
Yes, seduce.
To seduce Susan. She's like, oh my god, look at these circles. And then like she's taking him to the hospital or something, and Nick says something, I can't remember what he says, and he's like, well, that's the magic of Paris or something like that. That gave me a good laugh. But yeah.
Anyway, back to the actual fight scene. Audrey comes back up
Yes.
and then
Throws Armstrong off the top into the
the blades of
helicopter
the
blades. And it that was very upsetting, bro. I was just imagining the helicopter, tearing that guy apart. But anyway. Returning to the restaurant, Audrey mistakes Sarah's darkened hand for blood.
Yeah.
Right, but Sarah insists a henna smeared during the commotion.
Yeah.
And then
This
is where Audrey's skills
senses tingle.
Oh yeah, well, skills as a I want to say dentist, but no.
As a dentist.
As a
hairdresser.
Hair dentist. As a hairdresser, she knows that dye. Specific dyes like henna when they set
they don't smear.
They don't smear.
Yeah.
When it's done, it's done.
Yes.
And, well, she must have.
She must have smeared it at some other time.
And what time was that?
It might have been when she ushered the elephant into the room and killed Lou.
I never saw that. I think they added a scene of her putting the stained.
The cloth.
Yeah, the stained cloth there.
Yeah.
Because when it initially happened, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I remember Jennifer Aniston taking a picture.
Yeah.
I don't remember
seeing
somebody drop a cloth.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I brought that up.
Me too. Oh well. Anyway.
Yeah, so she puts two and two together and realized that Syra was the, second killer.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know. Right.
Well, the conspirator.
Sure.
The one who conspires to
the cat
kill Vic.
How many cats were there?
That's the third one to run past
yes,
tonight.
That's what I'm like. What were these guys doing? They were having a cat orgy on the other side.
God.
Sorry. Let's get back to the movie.
So anyway, Sarah is the conspirator working with Mark Strong because she was upset that Vic's parents gave him control of the company.
And I'm gonna say it right.
To kill him. Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
This guy's a dipshit. This is an unbelievable dipshit, bro. She's totally right to kill him. She did nothing wrong. I'm just gonna say Sarah did nothing wrong.
Wait. She tried to assassinate him in Mumbai, and that's why they took away her claim to the company.
I don't know.
That's why Olenga lost his whole arm instead of just his hand.
I don't think they did that. I think they just gave it to him. I think she tried to kill him. And that was, I don't think those two, I think that was a consequence of not being rewarded, not because of.
I want to say it's both. Okay, I need to watch the movie again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's.
I'm pretty sure. So she tried to kill him here, and this was her second attempt. And with the second attempt, she got Mark Strong involved.
What do you mean here? She tried to kill him here?
So at the wedding?
No, but she killed Lou.
Yeah, but I mean that.
Alright, like he was meant to be on the elephant.
Well, now this is strange. Why would she have him
on the elephant if she...
No, why would she have him kidnapped if...
Yeah, see?
She would just want to kill him.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, bro. This plot is so fucking dumb.
Maybe she was, like, I guess backstage or wherever the elephant was, right? And she tried to kill Vic, but then Lou got in the way and she stabbed Lou. And then whoever it was, I guess Mark Strong, took Vic away and she put Lou on the elephant.
I don't know, dude. I don't like that.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
It's a very clunky story.
Yeah.
Not a lot of it makes sense. It's just kind of... It happens because they feel like it should happen. And there's no other reason.
There's another cat. I don't think I've ever seen that cat before.
That's the one that ran past when you first got distracted.
You went around the house.
Yeah, it might have done.
Oh my god.
Alright, anyway.
Yeah, stop getting distracted. You're the one who was looking at the cats.
So anyway, Sarah tries to shoot Vic again, but the colonel blocks it, and he loses his other arm.
Which I don't know. We if you've been listening to like the past couple of weeks podcasts and the commentaries on Patreon, you'll realize the pattern here.
Yeah.
My co-host makes fun of the disabled, right? I don't know what's so funny about somebody getting shot and losing their arm. He just seems to be having a ball right now. He's chuckling to himself like this is the funniest thing in the world. It's pretty hectic, bro. His friend was about to die. He jumped in front and he lost another arm. What is the joke? You love to make fun of the disabled, bro. This is wild. Oh, but anyway, carry on.
So then, eventually, Claudette... Well, not eventually. Like, almost immediately after Sarah tries to shoot Vic, Claudette comes in with the briefcase, which is now empty because they've emptied all the money. And she knocks her out. She just hits on the back of the head and she's gone. And then...
So again, if Sarah just killed Vic,
Yeah.
she would be in charge of the company.
Yes.
There'd be no need to
plan an elaborate scheme with
to
Mark
get
Strong.
70 million. Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't really know.
Alright. So anyway.
At the end of all of this, Vic and Claudette decide to elope. And so they give Nick and Aubrey $10 million for like a retreat, I guess.
Yeah.
to treat themselves. Yeah.
But and here's another even fucking dumber thing, right? So the guy from Couples Retreat comes and gives them the briefcase.
Yes.
With the 10 million.
Yes.
Then he's their helicopter pilot.
Yes.
And he steals it from them.
Yes.
Why didn't he steal it when he had it? Why did he go to them? He should have just made off the first time, bro. This thing is so dumb.
I'm guessing it creates a third movie. But
In what way?
I don't know. They scramble to get the controls and then they have to get their 10 million back. But
it's not that interesting.
yeah, I don't know. It's just
They're friends with the guy
the Maharaj.
who's like a billionaire, bro. He can spare another 10 million.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
This is so silly. And for that guy, the twist to be that guy was not a European. Because like I'm pretty sure when they asked him where you from, he said like European or something like that, bro.
It was like he didn't speak English.
Yeah.
And then it turned out he spoke English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
It's one of those cliches as well.
So again, and sorry to spoil more movies, but
Oh, no.
I really feel like these two murder mystery movies kind of map one-to-one with the Knives Out movies.
Yeah, fairly similar.
Right, so again, spoiler alert. But in the first murder mystery and the first Knives Out, they were just classic
Actual murder mysteries.
murder mysteries, who done it, you know, and they're done in such a way that they give you enough clues so you can piece it together.
Yeah.
And then in Murder Mystery 2 and Knives Out 2, Glass Onion,
Yeah.
there's like a third act twist that you could never have predicted.
Yeah.
You could never have predicted that Mark Strong was
Still alive.
still alive, but also that he was part of this.
Yeah.
Because like, why would you?
Yeah.
You need to have a motivation for it.
Yes.
And you could say, oh well, he's doing it for the money, but like he's a well-known like author, like you know, it doesn't really make sense, his motivations. And same with Saira, you know, you're saying the motivation.
Yeah.
If she just killed him, which was her initial plan, that she tried to kill him in Mumbai, right?
Yeah.
She would be in charge of the board because her parents are also dead, right?
Yeah.
The business, sorry, she'll be in control over the business.
Yes.
But what this elaborate kidnapping plot is for only 70 million.
Yeah.
What would, you know?
What would she get out of that?
Yes, that's why I'm like, the motivations are all over the place. It's not even a good mystery where you could follow along and try to figure it out yourself. It's just a mess.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, I like the humor.
Yes.
But plot-wise, atrocious.
Yeah.
Some of the acting not great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave it a 5 out of 10,
That's reasonable.
and I gave the first Murder Mystery a 6.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
like I said, then it's not a huge difference,
Yeah.
but I definitely prefer the first one way more than this one.
Yeah. I think the first one had more to go off of, like you said just now. Yeah.
This was just all over. It's like nobody thought this through.
Yeah.
It's like they were like, and then this happens, and then this happens. And then they didn't go back to see if they had set that thing up.
Yeah. It's kind of just, they wrote out a script with all the things that they wanted to happen, and they just kind of mushed it together instead of making something coherent.
And yeah, your rating, your ranking.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's like a 6, just because I really enjoy the comedy aspect of it, and just like the fun. Because even though it makes no sense, it's just a bit of fun.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Cool.
I think we're done here.
On to the recommendations section
Recommendation.
for this week.
Do you want to start?
Yeah, sure, I can. So, recently I've been watching Record of Ragnarok.
Record of Ragnarok.
Yeah. So
Alright.
it's an anime series, but
Okay.
yeah, it's basically, the general idea is that the gods, like all the gods, so you know, like in Thor they have that like Colosseum thing with all the gods. It's
from the different pantheons.
Yeah.
Like the Greek pantheon and the
exactly.
Norse. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's basically, it starts with a meeting like that. And all the gods are deciding if they want to kill humans as like an entire species.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Do a Ragnarok, as it were.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they then someone pitches the idea that the gods should fight to the death with the strongest humans ever. And that's basically the entire story. And so I think it's like 10 episodes.
Okay, could you give me like a sample of who's like one of the gods? I mean, who's one of the humans that fight?
So there's a lot of like Asian I don't want to say deities, but like, you know, like really high, spoken of.
Like who?
Like, I don't know their names, but there's... Okay, wait. There's Nikola Tesla. Who's...
okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like out of the box, weird, not like actually strong humans.
Mentally strong.
Yeah, they do it in a way that you don't expect who you're getting. But then it happens and it's pretty cool.
Alright.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting.
It is quite interesting.
Record of Ragnarok.
Yes, that is the one.
It's an anime. How many episodes?
I think it's like 10.
Alright.
Yeah.
Have a look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe else?
No, that's it from my side. What about you?
Alright. As I was saying, I listened to a podcast called Blank Check.
Yeah.
And we've been going through it, week by week. Danny Boyle.
Yeah.
So this week's that I watched, it's actually, we're recording this on Monday, so I was actually supposed to watch one yesterday, but I didn't have time. So the previous week's one was 127 hours.
Alright.
I remember this movie because it's about
127 hours.
Yes. James Franco.
Alright.
He gets trapped underneath the rock.
Underneath a rock.
Yeah. Well, his arm is underneath the rock.
Oh, just okay.
So he's trapped in this like canyon.
Okay.
And he's there for 127 hours.
Wow, that's a long time.
And he cuts his arm off.
Oh.
So this came out in like 2009, I would say. 2009, 2010, like in and around there.
Okay.
And I was like 13.
Okay.
I don't like gory things.
Yeah.
I still don't.
Yeah,
Right.
that is true. You don't.
Every time we see, like we did the John Wick commentaries, and every single one of them was just like, oh my god, this is so upsetting. Oh.
Every time I laughed, you squealed.
Bro, somebody, you put like a pencil in someone's eye. Just so.
He killed two guys with one pencil.
Bro, it's so upsetting. But anyway, I just thought, why would I want to watch this fucking thing? He's gonna cut his arm off, right? So I just never did. But it was like nominated for Oscars. Like I was culturally aware of it.
Okay.
But yeah, great movie.
Okay.
I gave it 8 out of 10.
That's pretty decent.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Because you don't think that premise is gonna last. Like
Yeah.
you think it's you'd get bored of him
Yeah.
being just trapped underneath the rock, but it's Danny Boyle adds his like signature humor and like
Okay. Yeah.
his directing style gives a lot of it changes the pace a lot, so you don't get too bored in the
Okay.
canyon.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It just seems like a very kind of like one man play kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because it's just him trapped under a rock.
Yes.
But yeah, definitely something I'll
Mm.
be looking for in the
Yeah.
future.
This week's episode is Trance.
Huh?
It's called Trance. TRANCE.
Okay. Yeah.
Like you're in a trance.
Yes. Makes
Right.
sense.
And I think like trance music.
Right.
I don't know what it's about. So
Nice. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
going in blind. I'm probably gonna watch this after we're done. Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, I know last week I said I was watching Succession.
Yeah.
I actually haven't watched anything further after episode 5. I'm still on episode 5, but I did watch another TV show.
Okay.
It's called Happy Endings.
I see.
Yes. You watched a little bit of it with me, right?
I did watch a
We
little
watched
bit
a
of
few
it,
episodes
yeah.
last night, but yes, 3 seasons. I think they're like 20-ish episodes long, so
yeah.
like 60 total.
Okay.
Actually, I think maybe the first season has less, but whatever. Criminally underrated comedy TV show from the early 2010s.
Yeah.
It's
I think it's a bit sitcom-y.
yeah, it's a sitcom.
Okay, that does make sense.
But yeah, it's sitcom stands for situational comedy.
Ah,
so, yeah,
I
it's
see.
a comedy,
Yes.
yeah,
It
whatever.
is in
but
fact a sitcom.
yes, but people barely talk about that show.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of it until you pulled it up.
Yes, I watched it on TV like at the time.
Yeah.
And-
Back in the
yeah,
day.
Yes, well, don't say it like that.
Yeah.
It was just when it was on TV. I'll say that in like 2011.
All right.
But yeah, it should be in the same like. I have it in the same like pantheon or like tier as like 30 Rock. And,
Alright.
like trying to think what else.
Other things that
Other things
in
on that tier. But yeah, stuff like I don't like. Oh well, not that I don't like. Just I think people rate too highly.
Yeah.
Like Parks and Rec
Okay.
and like The Office,
Yeah.
Friends.
Yeah.
All those like I don't know, but like yeah,
Yeah.
there's way better shit. That's my point. And Community is one of those. That's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah.
Community and this were like roughly around the same time, came out at the same time.
Community is great.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay.
And, yeah.
Cool.
So I think that's it.
Yeah. Oh, also,
Oh, sorry. Just yeah. You said while I'm looking at this.
Claudette in this movie,
Yes.
Melanie Laurent,
Yes.
also known as Shoshana from
Yeah. Inglorious Bastards.
yeah, that's what it's called. Yes, that thing.
Yes. Au revoir, Shoshana.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
Well, I want to rewatch Entourage.
All right.
I have it loaded up there.
What's that about?
It's loosely based off Mark Wahlberg's life.
Oh,
right?
okay.
It was executive produced by him.
Okay.
It stars Adrian Grenier.
Okay.
You don't know who that is.
No.
Look, everyone in the show was only famous for this show.
Oh. Okay.
No one made it bigger elsewhere. Well, I guess maybe like Jeremy Piven. But yeah, whatever. The point is, they were like, he was like a big actor and they were his entourage.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like his manager, and there's a guy, his name is Turtle, was like he was just their friend. He like drove them around and shit.
Okay.
His older brother was also an actor who like gave him advice.
Okay.
So it was just like, and it's like everything worked out for them.
Oh, nice.
Every single episode, no matter like what the stakes were,
Yeah.
like whatever he wants, he'll get. And if he doesn't get what he wanted,
Yeah.
he'll get something else that was way better than what he wanted, bro. It's just like wish fulfillment.
All right.
And he's just like, it's always like he's always having sex with the hottest chicks. It's it was very funny. It went from like 2004 till I think maybe 2012.
Yeah.
And then like they made an Entourage movie in 2015.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's
By the way,
movie.
yeah. By the way, I think they made a second movie as well.
Oh, damn. 2 movies.
Yes, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The key thing is this is not a good show. This is
Okay.
This is like I don't know, a guilty pleasure for me.
Right.
It was
I see.
when I was in a teen. I used to watch this and like think this is so dumb, and like my instincts were right. This is dumb, but yeah,
It has stayed the same
Yeah.
throughout all these years.
Yeah, but yeah, and there's like a lot of like I think uncomfortable like homophobic stuff.
Oh.
Jeremy Piven, like he's not a lawyer, like a high profile kind of agent,
Yeah.
and his assistant is a guy named Lloyd, who's like a gay Chinese guy.
Alright.
And he's either shouting homophobic or racist stuff at him.
Damn.
And it's like, yeah. So
Yeah.
that kind of stuff is a little bit hectic, but
Don't like that.
yeah, it's a pretty great show otherwise.
We do not support homophobia on this podcast.
Yes, I don't. I don't know about my co-host.
I also do not. I don't support homophobia.
Alright. But I definitely don't. But
Alright.
you may, but I don't, definitely.
I also do not.
We can only say for sure that I don't, but...
What?
Anyway,
Alright.
I think we're done, yeah.
That we are.
Alright then. Oh, shit! I just turned around and there's all the listeners. I didn't see you there. I forgot, you walked in. You kept quiet this whole time. I just forgot you were here. But yeah, so I guess that's it.
Remember to like,
Yes.
comment, subscribe, rate on your preferred platform.
That's what I was going to say.
Like it, favorite it, do all of the good stuff.
Thank you for listening.
Yes, also that.
We appreciate you listening.
We do. Thank you for all that support.
Tell a friend.
Yeah. Or 2 friends.
Or make new friends to tell. You don't have to, follow up with plans. You just need to tell them about it. That's the only thing you need to do. All right. And yeah, review. And please be sure to make that 5 stars.
Yeah.
Right? 4.5, you're fucking dead to me. Like, I won't. I don't want you at my funeral. You give me 4.5 stars. That's it, buddy. It's over. Yeah, and most importantly, check us out on Patreon.
Yeah.
We've been mentioning it throughout, but we've done a bunch of commentaries that are going up.
Yeah.
This week.
Exclusively on Patreon.
Exclusive. I'm trying to think of other. Damn, son, where'd you find that one? At our Patreon. What other stuff do they say on radio?
I don't know, man. I don't listen to the radio.
Neither do I. But anyway, yeah, you'll find a bunch of commentaries. This week's will be original recipe murder mystery, to go along with our murder mystery 2 pod.
Yeah.
And I don't know what we're doing next week.
We'll figure that out.
Yes.
In the next week or so.
We should try to tell them in advance so they can watch.
Yeah.
So they don't find out on the day.
Yeah.
When it comes out
Well, that's why we have socials, which you can find at paicip-pod.github.io/site SITE. Yeah.
And yeah.
So we'll let you know on there.
And that's it. Au revoir!
Shoshana.